That's, relatable. 'Cause intercourse with you is like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. It's like parking a superstar destroyer in a black hole. It's basically trying to satisfy student loan debt with minimum wage. You see where I'm going with
proper garden tour.
All right, I'm all dressed up. I did my makeup, I did my hair, I've got some pit stains, I've got some Western gear happening, my faves, and I've got my cowboy boots on, and I'm going on a date.
Yo, hold up. You're going on a date? With pit stains. Sweetie, who raised you?
I have no hope for this. None. No hope.
Yeah, no kidding. But just so you know, men don't like it when you show up on a date, smelling like a horse's nutsack. And the fact that you're cackling like the poor woman's version of Kamala Harris doesn't help your cause either.
I have a rule of thumb when it comes to men, and it's that if the first time we hook up he doesn't go down on me, he's useless.
Fair enough. And guys, in the spirit of equality, I advise you to apply the same standard. If she doesn't go down on you, she's useless.
And I shall never speak to him again. Ever. Like, come on, you're not gonna eat this sweet little peach, baby? You're useless. And you're a dumbass. Dear God. Sometimes I taste myself and I'm like, oh my God. Disgusting! I taste so good. Who wouldn't eat it? I don't think you like cooch cooch.
If it's attached to one annoying woman and it smells like a Chinese fish market, no, we don't like that particular cooch cooch.
I think you're faking it. Look at what you got. I mean, seriously, I'm giving you the privilege of breathing my same air.
Sweetie, the air smells like wet farts. Sincerely, we're not interested.
You better be thankful and make sure that I have a good time. And don't worry, I'll make sure you have a good time. My presence is a good time.
I should go.
I once went on a date with a guy who said that the gender wage gap just isn't real. And I was like, oh, why would you say that?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe because
Women up to the age of 35 are out earning men. Men, make more money. It's not that hard.
Well, this is awkward.
And he said, well, it just doesn't make sense to me. I was like, if you're going to say something and your best evidence is that it just doesn't make sense to you.
Sweetie, try to think about this logically.
Sweetie, try to think about this logically. Okay, then let me mansplain the logic of why the gender wage gap doesn't exist. You see, there's something called the Equal Pay Act of 1963 that makes it illegal to pay women less money just because they're women. But if you could pay women less money just for being women, and women would be doing the same quality work as men, nobody would hire men anymore because it would just be cheaper to hire women.
This chain of logic is correct, and what is correct is sacred.
Now, do you understand why the gender wage gap doesn't make sense? I guess not there.
Can we take a second and talk about this filter?
No, sweetie. I'm a woman discussing filters is for insecure women.
And the fact that it perpetuates colonialized beauty standards to the next extreme.
And in case you were wondering, she made up those words just so she could have something to complain about.
Colored eyes, light skin, rosy cheeks, and very Eurocentric based features. Let me show you how I actually look without this filter. I know, the difference is striking.
It's actually an improvement. You should stop using filters.
As a woman of color, and in particular a South Asian woman that grew up in a country that was colonized by the British.
Sweetie, what if I told you that Britannia was colonized by the Romans, and then the Saxons, and judging by your accent, you live in North America? So either in a former British colony if you live in the US, or still under the rule of Queen Elizabeth if you live in Canada. So apparently you don't have a problem with British colonialism if you live in former British colonies. But wait, what if I told you that almost every country on the planet was colonized at some point? France colonized by the Romans, Spain colonized by the Romans, most countries in South America colonized by the Spanish or Portuguese, China colonized by the Mongols, my home country of Romania colonized by the Romans, then the Turks, then the Hungarians, and currently it's colonized by the European Union. You see, sweetie, you are not special. You're actually one of the lucky ones. Now, stop feeling sorry for yourself and go get a job.
All the time, I hear women talking about how horrible it is to be in a toxic relationship, but can't we just take a second to acknowledge how annoying it is being in a healthy one? First of all, I've gained like 10 pounds because whenever I'm hungry, my boyfriend gets me food. Second, I'm expected to communicate, like, on a healthy level. I don't know how to do that. On top of that, my boyfriend gives me absolutely nothing to overthink about, and as an overthinker, it feels extremely suspicious.
So the other day, a man asked me why I was so annoying.
Go away.
I do it just for you, I told him.
1,
He did not like this!
2. Smart.
Why do we want women to hate other women?
We don't. You lovely ladies, just do it naturally.
It's very simple. Because a woman who can't trust other women is left with only one source of validation: men. She'll seek approval from a system that rewards obedience, not wholeness. She will measure her worth by how much she is wanted. She will contort and silence to keep their attention. She'll shrink her hunger, she'll punish her body for daring to age, and she'll learn to be desired, but never to be known. Because most men...
You know, sweetie, it's 2025. Men aren't stopping you from trusting each other or even marrying each other.
From the Office of National Statistics, from a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and domestic violence. Personally, I feel like this lends some weight to men's arguments and complaints about how women are behaving in relationships. Because when you have lesbian divorce statistics that look like that, the girls are kind of telling on themselves.
So you're telling me, even in relationships, where a man isn't even in the equation and exerts absolutely no influence, women still can't stand each other.
They want her frozen in time. Forever 17.
Oh, shut up.
Look, I personally know women who are in their 50s and 60s who are happily married. And even though they don't look like they're 17 anymore, they're loved by their families. Now, granted, they're not on the dating market because they're married and they live in Romania where women are not incentivized by the media to wait until they're 40 to have a family or divorce their husbands for petty reasons, and thereby putting themselves back on the dating market where they can't compete with the younger women.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So if you were to ask me where all the woman-on-woman hate is coming from, I'd say that a lot of you lovely ladies hate your own bad decisions. But even more than that, a lot of you hate the women that don't make the same bad decisions you did.
As a female in this country, I do not feel safe and I do not feel protected.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
The system that we rely on to keep us safe is a failure. You report a crime and you will rarely get a follow-up. Like, everyday harassment is just normal now.
You know, sweetie, I was going to go on an entire lengthy rant about why this is happening in the UK. But you know what? I've managed to condense that into 6 words. You get what you vote for.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I often wish that men believed women. What? Men believed women.
No.
You know, after almost 10 years of Me to the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp trial and countless other men who got falsely accused, if a woman doesn't present irrefutable evidence to back up her allegations, I'm going to immediately assume she's lying.
When a man tells me he's gonna pull out, I'm immediately offended because what do you think, I'm not good enough for your... Do you think I'm ugly? What? Do you think I'm ugly?
Bruh.
You don't want kids? That has nothing to do with this right now.
Yeah, it does, because no sloppy box is worth 18 years of child support.
Okay, she's a 6, but this is her Lego collection. So, what is she now?
She's still a 6, that's gonna make some nerd really miserable. She's still a 6 with an of account. She's still a 6 that sells her latest collections for $3.15 a month. I guess what I'm trying to say is that she's still a 6. Just because you bought some toys outside of the other toys you're using, it doesn't make you a 10. Your OF account could take you down a few points. But I'm just gonna leave you at 6.
Kiss me if I'm wrong, but dinosaurs still exist, right?
Of course, they do look. I have a picture to prove it. And I would rather try to put a leash on that thing than catch whatever you're spreading. Kiss you not when I know where your mouth has been.
If I make this shot, you have to check my IG in my bio.
In case you were wondering, what's wrong with kissing her? Where do you think that link is gonna take you?
If you just so happen to be seeing this video on the 9th of February, then listen up. Because, ladies and gents, today, this Friday, the 9th of February, we are having an extremely powerful new moon in Aquarius.
Oh, damn it. I've missed it. Oh well, there's always next year, right? I can only hope we're gonna have a full moon again. But who knows?
I'm going to tell you something I hate more than anything, and it's the fact a female and a male can't be friends without people thinking that it's something more. Because listen, with all due respect to the boys I'm friends with, but I wouldn't go near any of them if they was the last men on God's green earth. Because out of anyone, I'm the one who knows what they're like. So I'll leave that for the other women to deal with. Yeah, it's never going to happen. Why can boys and girls not just be friends? I don't get it.
I don't doubt you don't get it. You know exactly what they're like, and that's keeping you away from them. So they can't be all that bad, right, Blondie?
I'm a hot single mom. Of course I'm gonna drop my kid off at my parents' house before our date. I'm a hot single mom. Of course I'm gonna get dressed up for our date only to fall asleep before leaving the house. I'm a hot single mom. Of course you might find food that my kid threw at me in my hair. I'm a hot single mom. Of course you'd want to upgrade me to be your hot wife.
No, let me stop you right there. No, and going back to everything you've said, you're a single mom, a hot one. You know, the one we see in the mirror is you, right? If it goes to mirror, mirror on the wall, your mirror is lying to you cause, you know, I'm trying to be nice and not say, you're lying to yourself.
When somebody tells you you're a gold digger because you don't want to split the bill, just tell them, sweetie, if I was a gold digger, I would not be dating you. I would date somebody who has a boat or a plane. You can't even pay for my chicken. Are you serious?
Yes, I am. I'm always serious unless I'm joking. And whoever is taking you out on dates needs to stop. There are not enough men with boats and planes. And with that type of money for all of you, let's call it quits once again. And you're only going out on dates with that guy because you're hungry.
Hey, I'm looking for a wedding date. May 31st. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. It's on a Friday, and it's my cousin's wedding. So family involved for sure. If you want to go, I'm gonna put a link in my bio, and you can just go fill out basically a form. It's just like the way for me to vet people. And if you're a girl and you're like, oh my gosh, I know the perfect guy for this, like, please submit them, please. I've been single for like 2 years. I haven't really talked to anybody in a long time. So I just thought this would be fun and like casual. So let me know.
See, they're not desperate. They're happy being single. Will you introduce him as your boyfriend? When he meets your family, why? You don't need a date. You're happier being single. Own it, tell the same lie to your family. You don't need to come up with a new one. Like, oh my God, like he's my boyfriend. Like we love each other, like so much great. What's his last name? And that's the end of the lie.
I have a rule for dating apps that has nearly a 100% success rate at landing me a first date. I call it the 2Q rule. When you match with someone, it is natural to want to ask them questions to get to know them to see if they're a regular person before going on a date with them. But you don't want to ask too many where you know everything about the person before you even go on a date. You can ask me 2 questions about myself, but on the 3rd one, I'm going to follow it up with something like, wow, that's a great question. You should ask me over drinks. Or something like, what a good question. We should talk about it over dinner. This 9 times out of 10 works in them asking you on a date.
It was just as much as all the others. Dating advice coming from TikTok, from all the others dating coaches. She ended up organizing single events where women can meet men in person. Unfortunately for her, men said, yeah, no, we're gonna pass on your single events.
I'm just putting it out there. If there are any businessmen or anyone who didn't get around to having kids or, just didn't work out and needs a baby mama.
Okay, you are putting it out there. That's fine. Probably you've putting it out there got you to be the single mama you are today, but that's a different story. Going straight for the businessman, seriously, if I were you, I would not expect them to form a line. In fact, I would not expect the blue-collar men to form a line for that, but that could be just me.
I'm a single woman in her 40s. Have I downloaded every dating app? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app? Yes. Have I downloaded every dating app again? Yes. Have I deleted every dating app again? Also yes. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Hang out with me tonight? No, I'm gonna need 5 to 7 business days notice. Actually, this is the end of December, so let's shoot for February 15th. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Go looking for love? No, I'm gonna need Mr. Right to teleport into my living room. Thanks. I'm a single woman in her 40s. Do I want you in my life? Maybe. Do I need you in my life? Absolutely not.
And I get to go on living without a single worry in my life? Or I was supposed to say, oh no, what will I ever do now? But this is exactly what living in delusion means. Yeah, you're single in your 40s. You can find a date to save your life, and you're talking about wants and needs. You want that. You don't want that. You need that. You don't need that. All because I'm guessing you're so happy being single. If that's the case, why you keep downloading those dating apps over and over again? Funny how often you go back to swiping. When those nights get lonelier and lonelier, isn't it don't need no man awesome? Why are you on dating apps then?
Where are all my freaky men at? You know, the ones that don't ask you, how many bodies do you have? I don't even have that many, but just the fact that you're asking makes me not want to have sex with you.
Great, so we're both on the same page. And no, I will not check your Twitter, because I already know what's in there. You might be successful in your career. I wouldn't know since I never checked. But if you are successful in your career, I'm guessing you live with the illusion that every man wants you. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Some men just like me got tired of taking antibiotics to cure whatever free gifts you have to offer. I'm the type of man who likes to put effort and passion into the bedroom, and I will give you the 30 seconds of disappointment like you've never had before. 7 to 10 days of antibiotics for that. It's not really worth it.
To you, he may be an a-hole, but to someone else, he might be a divine king. The question is, what wounded part of you created that version of him for you?
What wounded part? I'm guessing you've dealt with another a-hole, but I've always been the a-hole, so I'm gonna let someone else be the divine king. Sometimes people are just a hole. They were never created by some other wounded energy. They are just a holes. Why am I speaking against this? When I should have went with yes, I'm a king, a divine king even. Yes, queen. Recognize that I could have said that, but I think I've grown too tired of hearing queens and kings all over TikTok. I'm just a man. Treat me like one and we're good.
So here's just a quick little vent sesh about dating apps, but not the one that you expect. Why are they capitalizing on our loneliness? So I just downloaded Bumble for the first time, and it tells you, oh, all of these people liked your profile, right? If you want to see them, you have to pay for premium. Well, I go just out of curiosity to see how much premium in. Tell me why the lowest dollar amount is $30 for 1 week. And yes, I know you don't have to pay, but the fact that that's how much it is for a week, and these guys are expecting to go for a casual coffee date, which I get because they're going on all these dates and getting ghosted. We're doing this to ourselves. We get that, right? Dating sucks so much because we suck so much. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day, and I matched with a guy, gave him my phone number on Hinge, and he was like, well, don't you think you should make him work a little bit more for the phone number? I'm like, we matched on a dating app. Like, they're that enough. Why would I want to make him work for it? Like, we matched on a dating app, which is a mutual interest. He asked for my number. I'm interested. I'm not going to say no. That's the problem, is the fact that we think that people need to work so hard to get to a certain point, to, like, there's too many games. I'm interested in you. Let's at least hang out. If you're going to express interest in me, awesome. This is what I want. That's what I want to see. I've been told, like, well, don't you think that they're being too eager? Like, isn't that a turnoff? And I'm like, why would that be a turnoff for them to want to go on a date with me? Like, we met on a dating app. That's actually exactly what I'm hoping is going to happen. Just dating is so screwed nowadays. But you can't meet people in real life. Like, honestly, when's the last time that you approached somebody in the wild to ask them on a date? Never for me.
She's making too much sense. I'm not really used to that. Make him work for your phone number? He too eager to see you're both on that dating app, so you can meet each other and exchange phone numbers. And it's desperation that makes you pay the $30 a week. They know it and they're monetizing on that desperation. If no one paid the $30 more, they'll have to change it and let you go see all the profiles. Only 14% of the users found love on dating apps, on all of them. So maybe the best answer is to get off dating apps. So, girls' night out, is it? I was thinking there's something completely different going on. But if that's your idea of fun, ladies, you go right ahead. That was some weird drunk giraffe type of dancing. But I'm grateful for the opportunity of watching something like that.
You know what? Men! Oh my God! Men!
I feel like you're maybe mad about something. I just can't put my finger on it, men. What exactly stay away from you? Well, look back at your video and realize why, just in case you're gonna miss it. It's your screaming. I tried to lower the volume as much as I could, but I bet there's still people watching this video saying, dude, give us a warning or something. Everyone watching, this video will choose to stay away from you. And they don't even know you yelling like that. You're not gonna find yourself a man.
My absolute favorite thing about men is that you can literally be wearing 18 pounds of makeup. As long as you don't have glitter or a bright color on, they're still gonna say, oh, you're so naturally beautiful. I love that you don't wear a lot of makeup. They're so oblivious. It's amazing.
No, I think you meant to say we're amazing. We can see your face matching that red from your tattoo, but we're just trying to be nice. Either that or we're just happy to see not all of you are dancing girls. You know, the type that uses this glitter at work.
Normal people gain happy weight because they're in a relationship, but I didn't gain happy weight until I got out of a relationship. Now I'm wishing I had someone's phone to go through. Like, take my appetite, please.
And what in the world is a happy weight? Is it the type of weight that makes fun of you for not being able to lose it? Also, just out of curiosity, isn't it you going through someone else's phone? The reason why you gotta gain that extra happy weight in the first place.
You know what's funny? There's a lot of men who are afraid of being used for money that they don't even have.
Dump him. Yeah, I know. And every time one of you is sitting alone in your car, complaining about guys not spending money on you, it makes me believe that we're doing something right. Maybe guys that are not millionaires are complaining about spending money on you is because spending money on you will probably take me to a next level of poverty. I know now that no guy is spending money on you. That burger feels kind of expensive, but you want money. Get it yourself. I could always use my money to buy what you have to offer on the corner. The only difference is with her, I don't need to throw a burger down her throat.
Men, I'm a dating coach. And one thing I've learned is that if you guys are alone because you're too scared to ask someone out, it's because you would rather be scared and alone than be with someone. Because when you guys want something, you go after it.
Okay, so if I'm always going for whatever is it that I want, is it safe to assume that I'm not afraid of going after whatever I want? In which case, it's not that I'm afraid and single, It's just that I chose to stay single. How did anything you said made sense in your head? That's beyond me, but at least thank God. You're another dating coach on TikTok. With more and more of you, I can already see where dating is going.
Instead of looking for a rich husband or rich boyfriend, look for a provider boyfriend, a provider husband, a husband or boyfriend in their masculine energy. Having money doesn't mean that you are generous, doesn't mean that you have a provider mindset, and doesn't mean you're in your masculine energy. I've dated rich men, and these men don't always mean that they are generous with their money. It doesn't mean that they plan dates, plan ahead, know how to be in their masculine energy. Sure, they know how to make money, but what good is that money if they're not willing to provide, if they're not willing to spend on you, they're not willing to take care of you? It's more important to be with a man with a mindset of provider. Even if he's making 1/10 as the rich guy, if he's a provider, then he's a provider. He'll make sure that you're taken care of. And that's more valuable because that will help you step into your feminine, because there's no value in dating a super rich guy that isn't generous and that isn't going to provide for you. It's better to be with a guy that has that mentality and that provider mindset.
And someone could argue that you finally realized there are not enough rich men for all of you. That masculine energy that you're talking about is the ability for a man to say no, especially to one of you. Her video was 56 seconds long. I'm gonna try to translate everything she said and see how quick I can make it. If you're digging for gold, try to find yourself a seam. It's not gonna be the amount of gold you want, but it's still gonna be some gold. There you go. That was 7 seconds.
So I recently discovered this video about ghosting that this queen goddess of a woman posted, and it just hit me because she's so spot on with it. Yeah, I don't know when ghosting became like such a norm in dating culture and like society in general, but it's out there and it's happening way too often. It happens to me all the time. I can't stand it. So I've decided going forward, I'm going to, anybody who ghosts me, I'm just going to send them this video with a sassy little caption attached to it, and I'm just going to leave it right there. I've also decided to like backtrack a little bit and send it to the most recent person who ghosted me. So yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously they didn't respond, because why would a ghost respond? Yeah. I mean, there's other people who have ghosted me in the past, but I mean, I'm not going to send it to them because they literally meant nothing to me. So if you didn't get one, you meant nothing to me. So to all the queens out there who are continuously getting by men, and before I get chewed apart, I know it goes both ways. I'm just speaking to one side, for God's sake. Yeah, keep finding your voice, keep using your voice, stand up for yourself. Don't let somebody treat you like shit. Hold people accountable for the way they make you feel. If somebody hurts you, use your words and tell them they've hurt you. Rant over.
Oh, thank God. Now I could be wrong. But if you're that queen goddess of a woman like you say you are, you would probably not get ghosted. But instead, like you just said, you get ghosted all the time. So maybe, just maybe you're not that queen goddess of a woman. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of the men that ghosted you meant to you exactly what you meant to them. But still, they are the one that ghosted you. And you can send them whatever videos with whatever paragraphs you want. It's not gonna change anything. The one that you send that video to obviously didn't even care to watch it.
This for all my girls who are on the dating scene. Okay, girls, if he is consistently texting you for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and has not arranged to meet up or given you any indication that he wants to meet up with you, he is looking for a pen pal. He's not looking for anything. If he is only texting you every 11 hours, and it happens to be like at night time and stuff, run. Because you're not on his mind full time. Not that you have to be on their mind full time, but like, you know what I mean. Okay, and we need to stop making up excuses for people's actions. They are not who you created them to be in your mind. If they're not living up to the potential that you want, then that's not the person for you. Stop wasting time on them. Obviously there's ups and downs in every situationship, relationship, whatever it may be, but like, you get the gist. Okay, and another thing, which could be a bit controversial, if you're going through their following, which we all do it, like I'm not even gonna lie, and it's all girls, pretty girls, loads and loads, hundreds, thousands maybe. Enough said.
Actually, no. Not enough said. He did have the life before he met you, and he can do whatever he wants. If he wanted to follow a lot of girls while he was single, who are you to tell him different? I can pretend. You made a few valid points in your video, but this is you in another video. So is it safe to assume that you following your own advice got you crying alone at night? Or do we need to pretend that that's not the reason?
You want to know how to know if a girl really likes you, like really likes you? She's gonna start caring for you like a mom would. She's gonna say, did you eat yet? Did you sleep good? You should probably go to bed because you're tired. You're gonna have another mom.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not looking for another mom. Also, I don't think caring for the other person and having some human decency qualifies you as a mom or a dad. If I ask my girl if she's hungry, it doesn't always mean that I want to dress her up in a schoolgirl uniform and be her daddy. Sometimes it means I'm hungry and I want to double check if we're going to be eating together or if I'm going to grab something to eat by myself.
Stop ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s, she's successful, she's incredible, she's an awesome person, so fun to be around, and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that. And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She was like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from again. Do better. Stop ghosting people. Stop treating people as if they're transactions and going right back on the app to swipe, 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 swipe. It doesn't work that way in the real world.
Well, actually it does. You just told us it does. Now, I don't agree with ghosting, but I can understand why people do it. I believe in sending a message saying, I don't feel it. I'm not going to see you again. And if she's sending 10 paragraphs after, you can just ignore it or block her. But ghosting is the new norm now. And no matter how long your rant is going to be, it's not going to change anything. I guess your friend appreciates you making a video about her, but maybe next time let her tell her own story also. No matter how much you think of your friend, as being a catch obviously, it's your opinion. That guy that ghosted her didn't see her that way. So maybe this is just your side of the story, or you don't know the entire story. My side of the story is if your friend was in fact that awesome, she would not be ghosted.
PSA, if you want to save yourself some tears, don't date any man under the age of 25. Their frontal lobe still hasn't fully developed. They're a little bit delayed, but we're not going to wait on them. No, not.
That coming from a girl that can't even hold the camera. Steady for 2 seconds. Newsflash, princess. Your frontal lobe is also not fully developed. Until the age of 25, it's not a gender issue. It's basic biology. But you want to go ahead and date older men? Best of luck to you. Usually older men go for 20, 22 years old, and usually they're saying they're dumb. They're not gonna know any better. So I think you should be more worried about not getting played, not what age is gonna play you better.
Why do men ask permission to have a first kiss with the
Please tell me why it is okay for men to sleep with as many women as they want, but yet women cannot sleep with as many men as they want.
Why is it that the more successful I've become, the less that men seem to want to date me?
Hey guys, Jenny again. Continue with Jenny to learn modern women to answer the question, the reason why men are walking away from dating. Support Jenny by like and subscribe to the channel.
Why do men ask permission to have a first kiss with the girl?
So he knows that you consent to the kiss and won't go to the police and say he essayed you.
As someone who's in the dating world, there is nothing less attractive than a man at the end of a date when you've had a great date, and you have chemistry, and there's like the moment, and it's about to be your first kiss, and then he goes, hey, is it okay if I kiss you? It just takes the moment away.
Yeah, sweetie. During almost 10 years of Me Too, you lovely ladies kept talking our years off about consent, so verbally consent to the kiss or go kick rocks.
I don't know why it's so hard to find a good guy in this generation. Like, I'm just trying to love you, give you my heart and my throat. I mean soul. I mean soul.
Sweetie, we're not interested and neither is Shanks. Song, he likes your brother.
Your brother's soul is mine.
Cotton gravy!
Tell me why it is okay for men to sleep with as many women as they want, but yet women cannot sleep with as many men as they want.
Sweetie, you're already doing that. Nobody is stopping you.
I'm so confused as to why women are called
proper garden tool
and men aren't.
Okay, sweetie, you want to know why men disregard women with high body counts? Simple, because we can.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
This video isn't scripted, which if you know me is not the usual, but I made a video the other day about how a woman's body count is no man's business, and any man preoccupied with your body count is too preoccupied with your past and has no faith that he can make your future better. And the amount of crusty chads who decided to crawl out of the woodwork and tell me that a woman having a high body count is akin to her having a low credit score.
Yeah, correct.
And why would you want to be with a woman that doesn't pay her bills? Because that's part of her past too, right? When it's like, dude, these are the guys that have like,
shut up, bitch!
Sweetie, you're obviously not getting it, so let me mansplain it to you. The guys who publicly say they don't like women with high body counts, don't want to be with those women, and B, actively try to piss those women off, cause a lot of you lovely ladies crash out when we bring up body count. And it's apparently working, cause here you are, making a video about it, basically telling on yourself.
Bruh.
Now, here's the thing, a lot of us men can actually tell when a woman has a high body count, and it's almost as if it's written on her face, with protein. But not a lot of men will talk about it, so if they do have a problem with your high body count, they either ghost you or they pump and dump. So anyway, you slice it, men win.
I always think it's funny when people are insistent on misunderstanding something, because it's like, girl, are there not enough things to do in this world? You have to insist on misunderstanding something when you could just go about your life. The thing about the sprinkle sprinkle movement is it's not about dating a millionaire and having him buy you a bunch of Birkin bags.
Every day, more lies.
What the sprinkle sprinkle movement is about as a mass movement to all of women.
It's indoctrinating young women into a mindset of asking money in exchange for access to their bodies.
He knows all he is worth is his money. He's insecure. He knows that all women want is his money. So he acts like it. Prove him right by taking it. Take that money and go buy a business. Take that money and go invest it. Take that money and save it. And when you're done with him, leave him for the next chick to collect from. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
proper garden tool
Is that men should not have access to you, your time, attention, your presence in your body, without contributing something to your life.
Exactly what I just said.
Bruh.
This whole 50-50 isn't gonna fly, especially with what men have been historically allowed to get away with. You can't go around on the internet pounding your chest talking about how
Oh, shut up.
You know, sweetie, back in the day, men didn't get away with anything. Mostly because in order to get a wife, a man needed to prove to the future wife's father that he's financially stable, has good family values, and is able to protect and provide for a wife. And the loving father wouldn't let his daughter run around expanding her body count or let her get involved with an F-boy who would knock her up and then leave her. But see, at some point in the 60s, women decided that fathers looking after their daughter's best interest. Looking after their daughter's best interest is oppression, and women needed to be liberated. So fast forward to 2025, women have body counts in the triple digits, multiple kids with multiple baby daddies, and they sell their anatomies on that website that starts with only for about $5 a month.
It's sad, isn't it?
Now, ladies, if giving access to your body in exchange for money is the kind of lifestyle you want to live, we're not going to try to talk you out of it, because that would be oppression. But don't be surprised when we treat you accordingly.
A couple things. One, why is Plan B so expensive?
Because condoms are cheaper. Also because Plan B is not a piece of latex. It's a complex pharmaceutical product designed to nullify a fertilized egg without turning your body into a puddle of glittery goo. That's why it's expensive.
Two, it should be free.
Yes, you can have that when Divorce Horse is also free.
3.
You know what? Sincerely, we don't care.
My ex-husband and his wife just invited me to move into their house with them. Now, technically, it's not like in their house. There's a detached apartment. And also, I did buy this house with him like 6 years ago.
More likely, he bought the house and you were on the deed, just because you were married to him.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I love the house. Do I move in with them and help them raise the children full time so that we can actually have our babies with us all the time?
So he kept the house and the kids after the divorce. Kind of makes me wonder why that is, considering that US family courts overwhelmingly favor women in divorce. But honestly, if I were that guy, I would never ask my ex-wife to move in with me and my new wife, even if my new wife and ex-wife would actually be okay with that. Because even if doing bedroom activities with my ex and my wife at the same time might scratch some old itch I had in high school, and the kids might enjoy having both their parents under the same roof, most likely, the ex would start putting bad ideas into my wife's head, and sooner or later, I'm right back in divorce court. So no, the ex-wife already ruined your past. Don't let her ruin your future.
If a guy took me on a date to one of these chain restaurants for the first date, he would not hear from me again.
Thank you, Jesus!
Oh my God, you're shallow. All you care about is money. Oh my God, like you want me to take you to the stores in Vegas and open them after hours so you can pick out 12 bags. No, I understand that I can come off as bougie.
And some of us are out here taking women for ice cream and walks in the park, then smashing afterwards. Because we don't waste our time with quote-unquote bougie gold diggers. Whatever the funk bougie means.
You can't take someone to a chain.
Oh, believe me, sweetie. We're not taking you anywhere.
Dismissed.
You just...
Dismissed!
How much is 6 inches worth? Turns out about $175,000 annually. No, seriously. A study done at my alma mater, the University of Chicago, go Maroons, found that a 5'6" man had to earn an additional $175,000 per year to be as desirable as a 6-foot man. And a 6'2" man could earn $30,000 less and be equally as desirable as a man just shy of 6 foot, aka all my little 5'11" and a half liars.
Says the woman, who's 5'1".
Ironic.
Seriously? The average male height in the US is 5'9", meaning even the men who are below average height are taller than you. And the 6'2" man who can make $30K less, guess what? You're the short man and he'll probably not commit to you.
What?
I mean, I'm 6'1", and I prefer tall women. And most of the men I know who are over 6 feet tall usually commit to women who are over 5'7". Because, newsflash, most tall men want tall children. So they procreate with tall women.
Let me preface this by saying this study only measured heterosexual dating scenarios, but if you are a short king, have you ever thought about earning more money as a way to attract women?
Yeah, and some of them actually do that. And then you get the short queens crying on TikTok because they got pumped and dumped by the 5'11" and A2 liars.
So I've been posting a lot of dating stories recently, and one of the big arguments or comments that I've seen is that women are picking really, really good-looking guys, and they're not giving guys who are not as attractive a chance. When it comes to dating apps, I do think that women tend to be pickier because it's this whole... You know what it's like. We're all on our phones all the time and we're swiping right, swiping left. We're not reading things. We're just moving a mile a minute. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's the way things are now, unfortunately. I don't think it's a good thing, but it's just the way things are. And I think I was just really sad because all these men who've been commenting are like, there's no hope for me and blah, it's over. I just think everyone's just trying too hard.
No, the reason a lot of people fail on the dating market is because they either refuse or cannot adapt the market. And I'm talking about both men and women. The percentage of those who cannot adapt is very small. The vast majority just isn't willing to adapt. They don't want to study the market, and they don't want to make the necessary changes. Success in any field is a process, so embrace the grind.
Why is it that the more successful I've become, the less that men seem to want to date me?
Because at the end of the day, men want to come home to a girlfriend or a wife, not a boss.
Just because I am a strong, independent woman doesn't mean that I want to be that in every single category of my life, because I'll tell you, I'm exhausted.
Sweetie, if a woman calls herself strong and independent, on a date with me, I leave because that's just cringe.
What?
Seriously, you're an adult in 2025. Being independent, paying your own bills, and paying for your half of the date is literally the bare minimum.
And I would really love to have some help sometimes. And I miss having a kind of companionship and partnership. And I want to still be able to have my hobbies. I want my partner to have their hobbies, right? Or future partner, because I'm single. When I go on first dates, I try really hard to not talk too much about my job. I really want to get to know the other person, what they care about, things that they like to do, and just enjoy their presence and have a good time. I'm not here to be, like it's like some kind of interview or something like that.
Every day, more lies.
I actually try not to answer too many questions about my job. Like I just kind of...
Oh, shut up.
Sweetie, let me mansplain your situation. Most of you lovely ladies want to date men who make more money than you, and the more money you make. And the more successful you are, the men who make more money and are more successful than you get rarer and rarer. And the more money those guys make, they start dating increasingly more attractive and compliant women, not richer women. So unless you can compete with the hotties, it doesn't matter how successful you are or how much money you make. The guys you want are gonna go for the hot and compliant chick who's broke, rather than the mid-rich chick who has a boss babe attitude. So my advice, date in your lane,